the summer pasture we go. Hey everyone, it's about the third week of June and I decided that's it for AIing for this year. I cleaned up the semen I had in the tank. This year we still use the same bulls as last year. It was I don't know if any of you that keep up with Simmental pedigrees. We used a bull called KWA Roosevelt, and another bull we used was CDI Hometown, and also those are solid red Simmental bulls. And then we use some of our higher percentage red cows. Some of our higher percentage red cows, we used an old Fleckvey bull that we had in the tank to MFL Eddie, that's what I'm trying to say. So we used up, AI had about 47 cows out of the 100. And I think I had, yeah, that was all the semen I had available. So got that cleaned up. So we did a split here. What we generally do, we split this group. There's 100 head generally. And get ahead of them here. We this group that's behind us are the cows with the heifer calves. And the cows with the steer calves go to a separate pasture. They both go to native grass pastures. And that way they're kind of pre-sexed, pre-sorted for sale. So that's how we do it. I've been doing some spraying for grasshoppers. There's lots of them little buggers around. I sprayed that in there this morning. A little bit behind on that, and I've got some equipment issues, so I'm hoping to get the rest of my spraying done. Leafy spurge and oh yeah, just lots of things that on the go here. Silage crew is talking about coming over soon, so as usual the summer run is on. Well, we got these cows with heifer calves out on summer pasture. It's about 250 acres. Goes a mile that way. And yeah, we got an old herd bull in with these. We'll be putting another bull in with to help them out later this week. So yeah, that's part of the job done. And there's the other group of cows. That's a mix of, that's our younger calves born from mature cows. And that's a mix of steers and heifers. Those ones aren't pre-sorted yet. But we'll do that probably later in the summer, maybe after breeding season's over. Nice to see a stand of grass. It's actually kind of wet out here. The marshland's kind of wet right now as we had some runoff in the spring and from out west, and yeah, some of these low spots are pretty wet right now, surprisingly enough. And in the sand, which is right over there, yeah, we were crying for a rain. And we've been actually getting the odd thunderstorm in the last couple weeks. We managed to get lucky, and there's a couple of shots there, and I think a total of about 3 inches of rain. So kind of give us a bit of a but now we still gotta get the grasshoppers sprayed to kind of keep them from chewing down the new growth that's coming up. I'll try to show you some of the grasshoppers we got here. This is the best way to show you here. I know I'm getting late doing them. I should have done this before, but like I said, I had some issues with getting things ready and busy with other things and appointments and whatnot. So what we'll do, we'll get him under cover so he doesn't get smoked with grasshopper spray. And we'll give these little buggers a drink. Here's one of the sprayers we use for, well, it's mostly for spraying leafy spurge and other weeds, and I do use it for some grasshoppers in the yards and stuff like that, wherever it's a little harder to get to with the boom sprayer. But it was a hand-me-down from one of the first sprayers Roland Pelican built, and he upgraded to that one that he made, of course. Now it's a hand-me-down. See the theme here? And then we got him, he used to have booms mounted on the back of that, and we asked him to make it boomless, so got a handy switch system, so one side to the other. All that other paraphernalia there. PTO pump, banjo couplers, and going to some switches inside the cab. Where are they? Right up there. Oh, I guess I gotta go this way. Those two switches there. We kind of leave this tractor on there for the summer in case you got a chance to go do some spraying here or there. We find a patch of spurge or leafy spurge or whatever, and or in this case right now, grasshoppers. And this guy, well, we use it for our main spraying fields and whatnot. Again, Pelican hand-me-down. And then he went to a Rogator. I guess he's had 2 Rogators since, and now he's got a John Deere, self-propelled. But I can't afford that hand-me-down. I had to stay with that. It works quite well for us. It used to be 104 feet. We asked him to cut it down to 66, because for our pasture settings and some of the ground we go over with this thing, it's pretty rough ground. I only go 4 miles an hour. I guess it's 10 gallons an acre I put with product. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. Just here's the rig. Here's the rig we use. 1,500 gallon tank. I've never filled it. I'm doing good if I just go half tank, just in case things go wrong. There's a switch system, pump, or filter. Used to have a chem handler on it. I took it off. I just put the chemical in the top. Wear a mask. Hydraulic pump. I've rebuilt that once. And now that I got this tractor, the new to me tractor, I used to have to could use dual hydraulics, but then I had 2 splitter valves. Well, then you had to come out every time to hit the splitter valve. And now with that remote runs the pump. That remote, I think, runs the wings. Yeah, wings in and out. Yes. The top remote lifts the wings up like flapping, like a bird flapping his wings. Those cylinders there. And then I run one remote to the joystick, which lifts these cylinders for the height. That way everything's got its own remote. And I just hook it onto that. Tie the hose up so the wheel don't hook it. It reminds me, I gotta plug that hole there. Looks like do that right now. Don't like getting dirt in there. So that's our poor man's version of our spraying unit. Doesn't go fast, but it still gets the job done. And our chemical of choice this year for grasshoppers we decided to go with Coragen. It's very expensive, but you're supposed to be able to spray during the heat of the day. The stuff we used to use was Silencer, and you had to do it. Well, you couldn't definitely do it in the heat of the day. When it got above 27 degrees Celsius, it doesn't work very well. This stuff, you're supposed to be able to do it when it's plus 30 or more. Just gives you a little more window in case there's times we just need to get things done, but just gives you a little more leeway. And it's supposed to be a lot more environmentally friendly for feedstocks for cattle and bees and leafcutter bees and stuff like that. So it's very expensive, but let's see if it works. Well, today's my birthday. What do? We're gonna go spraying grasshoppers. Got the GPS warmed up. I guess we'll just have at her. going along here at 3.7, 3.8. I think on the GPS here, if I get it right, it seems to be about the same. Hopefully you can see that by shaking and bouncing around. We don't go too fast. As you've seen, the booms get flopping around pretty good here, and no sense wrecking stuff. As you know, we're not speed demons here. Just thought I'd show you the grass there. This is where we fed cows the older cows last winter. A little bit of rain. Trying to get some grasshopper control here now. Looks like she's coming along pretty good. Well, I guess we got the field done before lunch here anyways. There's some nastiness coming at us here right now, so hopefully it's not a real big downpour, but I guess we'll take what comes. So away she goes. So I guess we're going to end the video at that, and like, comment, subscribe, all that other stuff, and we'll see you in the next one.